This is the 10 Minutes with Andrew podcast.
Welcome back to 10 Minutes with Andrew. I'm, of course, Andrew. I'm again joined by Mark Chancey. Welcome back to the show.
Good morning. I always enjoy getting up on Sunday morning for your show. When I get all the equipment ready, bring it all over, set it all up. And what are you doing? Sitting on the couch?
Getting ready.
Sitting on the couch?
Getting ready.
In the makeup room?
Getting ready.
Your show, though. How are you today?
Good.
Yeah? Did I put you in a good mood to start?
No.
No. Welcome to Andrew's show. I just do all the work, don't I? Oh, look, the Bills lost. Darn.
Yeah.
Only bigger loser fans in sport are Bills fans compared to Leaf fans.
Yeah, but Leafs aren't like loser fans. They just have a bad team.
Same thing. Leafs never win the big one. Buffalo never wins the big one. And they usually lose it in disastrous fashion. Last night was kind of the same thing, but happy to see it. Growing up in Mississauga and having to listen to the ABC and NBC and CBS feeds from Western New York, it was hard. It was hard. They're a little crazy about their Bills. Not sure why, because they haven't done anything. And this was their year, too.
Well, they have the best quarterback in football.
No Kansas City to have to go through. No Patrick Mahomes. Had it wide open. Just like the year that Leafs, remember? Leafs had Canadians, and everyone talked about how it's such an easy trip to the finals they were going to have. Yeah. And what happened that year?
Look how that turned out. That was worse than any other year. It was pretty terrible.
Mm-hmm. So, what are we doing today on my show?
I was
today,
waiting,
son.
I was going to take a sip of water, but you're taking a sip, so I had to wait for you to finish before I didn't want to have dead air. We're basically just going to be talking about some stuff.
Just going to be talking.
But then we have one what are the chances question at the end.
What are the chances question, okay. Just going to be talking on the top.
So first, the Leafs win last night in overtime.
Yep, the league of the loser point.
Yeah.
Now, the Leafs went on a 4-game road trip, took 5 of a possible 8 points, should have been 6.
Now, their game against Vegas on Thursday night.
That's the one they should have won.
They had a 2-goal lead 3 times in that game.
But the Leafs can't keep a lead in the third.
They 5-3 with 10 minutes left, and they lost it and lost 6-5 in overtime.
So, like last night, they're behind in the third. They got a better chance to win.
Yeah.
They blew a 2-goal lead in Vegas with 10 minutes left. Only thing worse than that would be Ottawa last night, blew a 2-goal lead with 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
But they got the loser point. And like I said, Leafs got 5 of 8 points.
They did.
Should have been 6. Started off with going toe-to-toe with the best team in the league. And the Leafs looked good. Then they got dummied by Utah.
Oh, you're talking about Colorado. That's the third from Winnipeg.
Then they blew the lead in Vegas.
Yeah.
With good old Mitchie Marner. Boy, he's going to get destroyed.
And he got booed at home.
He's going to get destroyed on Friday when he comes back to Toronto, and I can't wait to see it.
But yeah,
can't wait to see it.
The Utah game was a little surprising. They got dummied by the Mammoth.
And last night was entertaining.
Yeah.
And they won, but the loser point. Let's talk about the loser point.
Yeah. We've talked about it before.
It's the league of the loser points. Gary Bettman's an idiot, but that's a different show.
Yeah.
I redid the standings.
Right.
Took away all the loser points.
Yeah, so you're going to do when we got back from Christmas.
It's an entirely different league if you don't give out loser points. And here's my biggest example. The Vegas Golden Knights.
They are living off the loser
leading the Pacific Division. Right?
Yeah, they're living off.
Leading the Pacific Division. If you removed all the loser points from the league, they would be behind the Mammoth in the standings.
Oh, my God.
So I don't know what it is. I guess it's the league of participation. You know, remember when you went to a bowling tournament and there were 4 teams?
Yeah.
And they gave out the fourth.
Everybody got it.
They gave out the 4th place medal because, everybody has to be happy about participating. So let's call the NHL the league of participation.
It should really just be
one more rant.
Okay.
NHL officiating is a disgrace.
So is NFL officiating. That's a different story.
No, not blaming the NFL refs. Last night, 3 minutes left, referee decides, I haven't had enough airtime. I'm going to call a high stick. Marginal call, but a blatant embellishment on the old flip back of the head coming back. The stick hit off the visor. Head goes back as if he was shot. Should have been, if you're going to call the high stick, you got to call the embellishment. But no. Let's give the team a power play with 3 minutes left in a tie game, because that's what we do as NHL officials. We don't know what to do for 57 minutes, but we're going to step in when there's 3 minutes left. Worst league in sport.
I don't know, though. You know, the umpires are pretty rough, too, sometimes.
Well, you make a good point there. Some of them are terrible. But I can tell you, I think it's a lot harder to call balls and strikes consistently than it is to see a high stick bouncing off a guy's face when it didn't. And not only that, there's two zebras now. When I was watching hockey in the 80s, there was one zebra.
Why do we need more than one linesman?
I don't know why. Well, there's 3 lines. I don't know why there's breakup fights. I don't know why they don't add a third referee.
They have 2, yeah.
They added referees. They got all these instant replay things. They're giving out points for losing. It's the most ridiculous professional league ever. And you can owe it all to Mr. Gary, I'm an idiot, Bettman. I feel better now. I woke up cranky, but I feel better. What are we doing today, my son? We're having a chat. All right, start us off.
This one's gonna be interesting because
are we talking about Kyle Tucker? I almost said a bad word there.
I'm gonna say some things before you talk about it because I want to say some things.
I'm gonna sit here and watch
Kyle
TV.
Tucker has signed.
Are you gonna take all my material? You are, aren't you?
No, not.
I know.
No.
This is what you do.
I'm gonna highlight points that you made.
I text stuff back to you, and then it shows up on the show out of your mouth.
I'm gonna credit you for it.
So what am I gonna say today?
You're gonna say something.
Okay.
I won't say everything. Kyle Tucker has signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Surprise, surprise. I don't know how I didn't see it coming, to be honest, the more I think about it. 4 years, $240 million. That is a $60 million a year contract. 4 years. He apparently, even though it was reported from months that he wanted long term, he took a short term deal with the Dodgers. And if you've been believing any of what the insiders say, because we're the outsiders, the Blue Jays and Mets were the most likely because the Dodgers weren't making any noise whatsoever. And of course, the team that makes the less team. Yes.
Before we move on from the insiders, maybe we should stop talking about them like they know anything.
Yeah.
Because for months it was Toronto, 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 right?
Yeah.
And
that's true.
Dodgers weren't even there till it happened.
The Dodgers were always the third team, but they never rumored to make an offer. They were just as quiet as could be.
Insiders got another one, right?
That's you could almost like they were as quiet as could be, and they struck with a 4-year deal, $240 million, and of course, $30 million of the contract is deferred because it's the Dodgers and they're the Los Angeles deferrals.
Deferring really bothers you, doesn't it?
Not as much as the other.
Is that on the screen now? Blue Jays offer to Kyle Tucker was $350 million.
$350 for 10.
For 10 years.
Now,
but can I say something?
Just 1 second.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
There's been a lot of talk because after this season, the CBA is up, and they're gonna have to do another CBA. There's been a lot of talk about a potential lockout and a potential for a salary cap in Major League Baseball. Now, some people think it's good to have this evil empire Goliath because everyone wants to see them fail, and it's always good for baseball. Like
how's that working out?
Like there's been some examples, like when the Patriots had their dynasty with Tom Brady. By the way, a quick side note: if I sound weird, it's because I'm getting over a cold.
You mean if you sound weirder?
Yeah, weirder. There you go. That's better. Like people comparing it to the Patriots dynasty, and like that was good for football, and the Chiefs dynasty was good for football, and the Florida dynasty is, I guess, made hockey more money. But
this is entirely different.
The people are saying that it's not bad for some people, not everybody. Most people that aren't Dodgers fans do not like what the Dodgers are doing. Because, and this is the one point I'm going to make that you made, credit to you, is it was an excellent point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it.
It was. I never stopped thinking about it until you said it. The Dodgers are not interested in getting better. The Dodgers are interested in making sure that other teams don't. Like, it really seems like the Dodgers only signed this guy, Kyle Tucker, so the Blue Jays couldn't.
They didn't need him.
That's really what it seems like.
They didn't need him. They didn't want him going to the Blue Jays because the Blue Jays gave the Dodgers quite a run last year.
Oh, yeah.
Don't want that team to get any better.
Nope.
So keep every team from getting better. They don't need him.
Now you can go on your...
How much? $60 million a year.
$60 million a year.
For a .267 hitter who had 73 RBIs and 22 home runs. And he now makes well over per season what Vladimir Guerrero Jr. makes. $60 million for Kyle Tucker. Sorry. Ridiculous. That is the worst contract in the history of sports for the Dodgers. Best one for Kyle Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also a little commentary on the younger generation. They're all about pay me more now.
Now.
I don't have any long-term focus. I'm not worried about my retirement.
We'll talk more about that in a minute when we talk about the other one.
Bichette.
I'm not there yet.
Okay. You should just put a muzzle on me. Just put a muzzle on me. Absolutely ridiculous. Yes, the league needs a lockout, but Bryce Harper and the billionaire brats are going to do all they can to stop that. But when a guy makes $60 million being a .267 hitter with 73 RBIs, something's got to give. And someone got to step in on the Dodgers.
And
it's not good for baseball.
I think it was actually, believe it or not, it was Steve Dangle who said it because they had a little segment on this podcast about the Tucker thing because it was so big. I think he said something about Ohtani and Tucker's annual salaries because it's 70 obviously for Ohtani.
They're probably more than most
and
teams.
60. No, yeah, it was like more than the Minnesota Twins' entire 2026 roster.
It's totally ridiculous.
And you can't operate a league that way. The other problem is there's billionaire owners, like the Pirates owner, this is also pointed out, that refuse to spend because of the Dodgers. But you're a billionaire owner who should spend.
Yeah, but if he has to pay that money out, he doesn't have as much money of his own.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the world worth what they're paying these guys. But that's irrelevant. Kyle Tucker is not worth
not even close.
$60 million. I wouldn't pay him $60 million over 4 seasons.
No.
267 hitter, 22 home runs.
And the Blue Jays were giving him $350, which is $35 a year for 10
That
years.
was too much. Way too much. Anyway, this baseball season is going to be the ABD season. Anyone but the Dodgers.
And you know what's funny, too?
Anyone but the Dodgers. So come on, Yankees. Anyone that can beat these losers, do it.
I guarantee you, next season, when Scooble becomes a free agent from the Tigers, he's going right to the Dodgers.
Where's Kyle Tucker making this money? Have you got Sid's quote there from
I'll find it.
His Astros playoff appearance?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
That was a great point that Sid Sixero made.
To a guy that, with the Astros, was an embarrassment in the postseason.
Oh, man. And when they won I got it here.
But, like I said, it's Dodgers want to make sure nobody else has a chance of getting better.
Sid, yeah, exactly. And Scooble's going to be a Dodger next year. He said a few things re Kyle Tucker. Most elite athletes in a contract year don't have down years. He did with the Cubs. When Houston won the World Series in 2022, he hit 3 home runs in 13 playoff games while batting .204. He's not Shohei or Soto. There's some serious red flags with this kid.
$60 million a season for 4 seasons. Wow. I hope the team got an opt-out for themselves after the first year.
No, second and third years.
That's not good. Ridiculous.
Are you more mad at the Dodgers for getting everybody or mad at them for paying that much to Kyle Tucker?
Probably more mad at the value of the contract that they gave to this.
Yeah.
He's not worth $20 million. He's not even worth $15 million. Are you serious? You're going to pay him $60 million? Boy, I can't wait to watch him.
They're going to win. You know that.
They're
1,000% going to win the World Series.
That's Shohei money he's making.
They're going to win the World Series.
I don't know. There's going to be a Cinderella team come out of this because there's a lot of good baseball
We said that
players.
last year, and they still didn't.
Well, it should have been.
Well.
If not for a certain closer.
Who's still here.
We could get into that, too. Blue Jays are worse today than they were last year.
And Brandon Little is still here, too.
So hopefully that Japanese guy we signed can be
Okamoto.
Really good.
Now, next topic, because we just mentioned the lockout and the Dodgers and that whole crisis. Bichette, after being...
grab my sad trombone.
You should.
I do. Everything's all mixed up. I can't go and find it now.
after months and months, talk about insiders getting stuff wrong. After months and months of there was some silence for a while. He met with the Phillies. It seemed like an inevitability he was going to be a Philly. And after months of that, or weeks of that, I should say, Bo Bichette signed with the New York Mets on a 3-year, $126 million deal. That is, I believe, $42 million a year salary. Now,
that's a lot of money, but
according to
I would have done it.
Bob Nightingale, the Phillies were going to give him 7 years, $200, but the Mets swooped in at the last minute with that 3-year deal, and he took that deal. So, first thing I'm going to say is better Mets than Yankees, because that means he's in the National League. We don't see him as much as we would see the Yankees.
Yeah, you're taking all my talking points.
And better Mets than Red Sox.
My point again.
But like what you just said about the younger generation and the pay me now thing, that applies to this in a major way.
Yeah.
And I think, and there's opt-outs after the second and the third year again. And I think there's a no trade. I'm not totally sure. But look, I don't know what the Blue Jays thought process was, but after the World Series, Bo was talking all about how he wanted to play with Vladdy for the rest of his career. And he wanted to do this and that, and he loves the team. And
I think Bo,
this is a full-time thing.
I think Bo soured on management.
But here's what I was going to say. If you're the Blue Jays, you have two guys you want as your main focus in the offseason.
And
Bo Bichette.
They almost lost both of them.
And Kyle Tucker. They did lose both of them.
I thought you were talking about Vladdy.
No, they did lose both of them. Bo and Kyle Tucker.
Why did they want Kyle Tucker? From the very start, I said to you,
can you not cut me off?
Why do they want this guy?
I'm trying to make a point.
My point, go ahead.
If you're Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro, you have two guys in Bo Bichette and Kyle Tucker. One guy in Bo Bichette you have experience with. He's been here for 6 years. You know him very well. He just said he wants to be here. You just made it to the World Series. He just gave you the lead on 1 foot with a home run.
My point.
And instead of going after that guy and having advantage in that negotiation because you know that...
Move in, you're away from your mic.
And having advantage in that negotiation
Better.
because you know that, he probably wants to be here. You decide to put your focus onto the other guy who you're just hoping wants to come here.
You can't
Why?
Talk about this. You wanted Tucker.
I did.
Yeah, that's all you wanted was Tucker at the expense of Bichette.
But I was wrong about the fact that you can $60 million you get out of you can have him. But you should have prioritized the guy who you have advantage in negotiation with, and not the guy who...
They didn't prioritize him because they didn't want him.
But I don't understand why not.
Well, you didn't want him.
It's not that I didn't want him. I just thought Tucker would be a better
Tucker.
long-term deal. Because,
Based on what?
Springer's contract's up after next year, and we need someone to do that. And
There'll be more free agents available. There
won't.
There'll never be another free agent.
Not next year.
Okay. What about a trade?
Who do you want to replace? Who are you going to trade?
Who are we going to trade?
Yeah.
Berrios.
Yeah. No, not going anywhere.
Why?
Because they're not trading him.
Well, if you're going to just say that, we can stop talking right now. You're in some mood today. Kyle Tucker, $60 million. What a joke. Blue Jays had a chance to sign Bo Bichette before the last season began to extend him. They weren't comfortable with it. They didn't do it. They almost lost Vladdy doing the same thing. So, yeah, they made it to the World Series and came within, 2 outs of a World Series? But it's still Ross Atkins' show, and I still think he's a buffoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got? Bo Bichette took the higher money. That's what kids do these days. You don't believe me? Go on Amazon. Anything you want to buy on Amazon that you don't have money for? There's a financing option available now. You can finance a $30 purchase and have it tomorrow. And that's what people are doing. They want it now. There's no thought of long term. There's no thought of retirement. That's not the way people think anymore. It's now, 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 now. Instant gratification. Give it to me now. That's the world we live in.
Well, not everybody.
And I'm going to say, long term, not professional athletes, long term, there's going to be a real problem when no one can afford to retire in 20 and 30 years and 40 years. It's going to be a big problem. I won't be around to see it, but someone remember that I said it today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are we going to get you in a better mood?
I'm fine.
Okay. You seem pretty sour.
No, I'm good.
Okay. What's next?
I have one of the Chancey's question. One.
0% to Tucker signs with the Blue Jays.
No, nothing to do with Tucker. Why would I do that if he signed already?
0% at Bichette signs with the Blue Jays. I'm being funny. Boy, you're in some mood. Oh, that freaking little troll, Cole Caulfield.
Yeah, I don't like Cole Caulfield.
No. Not a bit. I don't like anything that wears red, white, and blue. Sorry.
Can it, like, Habs or, like, Americans?
You can leave it to your own imagination. I didn't like Dougie when he went there. And I love Dougie.
Yeah.
But not when he puts on that
Speaking
uniform.
of Dougie, Hamilton. The Leafs are one of the teams that want him, apparently.
Okay, good. What do the insiders say? Is he going to Toronto?
I think Carolina.
Okay, so it means the Leafs will get him. Perfect.
Carolina and Leafs. is what
Love
they
the
say.
insiders. Love them. Love them.
Yeah, and
You know what I'm going to say? I miss Don Cherry in Coach's Corner.
I can't stand Ron McLean.
It's just like you try to watch a hockey broadcast now. It's so vanilla before the game
By the way, that's an incredibly bold thing to say.
and in the intermissions. At least back in the day, you look forward to Coach's Corner.
Yeah.
You might not have agreed with Loudmouth Cherry, but he was entertaining. And I know, and the example I heard, and it's true, if you were at a party on a Saturday night and the game was on in the background on mute, when Coach's Corner came on, the music went off, the TV went up, and everybody listened to what he had to say for 5 minutes. Now you get 47 people sitting around a table telling you everything that's happening in the game or is gonna. It's so terrible. I switched the channel for intermissions.
I don't like
I was
Ron
talking to Gramps about it. He mutes the whole broadcast. He doesn't even listen to play-by-play.
I really don't like Ron McLean.
Ron needs to ride off into the sunset. Right? It's just too many. And it's every single broadcast. A midweek broadcast, there's 4 of them sitting around. Who cares? Do something entertaining between the periods. Years ago,
That's why the TNT broadcast is so popular.
We used to have a showdown segment, which was 2 NHL players would compete against each other, shooting targets out of the net and breakaways on goalies. But now it's just the same thing. Let's go to Elliot now for his insiders. Another insider.
The Saturday headlines.
Let's get to Saturday headlines. Come on, for the love of God, can somebody with a bit of creativity take over a broadcast in Canada and get it back to what it used to be?
People seem to enjoy the TNT one in America.
You know why? Because they got someone like PK who will say stuff that's
Yeah, but they also got
entertaining.
Gretzky.
But our guys are so vanilla and won't cross that line of anything entertaining. It's the most boring
No, but
broadcast.
That's the Sportsnet one. The TSN one's a little better. I like that one.
Well, they do the quiz.
Yeah.
That's a bit entertaining, but I never thought I'd say it, but I'm missing Don Cherry.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd
And,
say
and
that.
he's kind of a controversial name now in Canada.
Well, problem with Cherry was like the game has evolved so much. It's not a game he even recognizes, but he kept talking about it like it
I
should
don't think
be.
he could fit in today's game. I think I don't think he.
Not at all.
I
don't think he'd want to.
no.
It is not the game he wants to enjoy. Like he used to. He made a lot of good points, and even the players tuned in to see what Jerry had to say back.
I think
in the
you
day.
said like when he used to do the videos, the Rock'em Sock'em hitting videos. He couldn't put out a video now.
He used to put one out every season.
Yeah.
I think there were 14 or 15. I had every single one of them. I would say he'd be able to put one out maybe once every 5 years now.
Yeah.
Going back 5
About
years.
there.
And look at this hit from 2021. That's what it would be like. Anyway, go ahead with your question. I see your mood's getting better. That's good. I was starting to worry you might hit me or something.
No, I was gonna hit you. That'd be a stupid idea.
I'll just give you the silent treatment.
This is a stupid. I have to ask it though.
Okay.
What are the?
Gotta have a game show music.
But the drum roll. Do we have it?
I gotta do something here. What are the chances?
This is such a. I have to ask it. Cody Bellinger's a Blue Jay.
Oh, 0.
0. Yeah.
I don't even think. Are the Blue Jays interested?
Apparently,
Oh, okay.
they might take some of the money that.
Well, let me ask you this. What do the insiders say?
Apparently, the Yankees aren't budging, and that he doesn't like that. But it's. I think the Mets are.
The Mets?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Jays are getting them. You heard it first here? The insider said the Mets are the leading candidate. Blue Jays will get him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt the Dodgers throw $80 million at him for a year or something. I would not doubt that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's like 10% for me. I don't think it's. I mean, apparently he wants 7 years. Yankees are only giving him 5, and they're not budging on that. And then the Mets are still in him because they need an outfielder, and we're in on him because we have money left over from the people we were trying to get.
Poor old Josh Allen's in tears, eh?
So we'll see. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Well, he had his chance. This was his chance, I think, to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to get off topic there, but they had an easier. Well, Denver's a good team. I won't say that.
But regardless if they're going to get him aside, I actually am a big fan of Cody Bellinger. I'd like to see him as a Blue Jay.
I don't know where they're playing these people if they get them all.
But like you said, like when I said, would you be interested if we went after Bellinger? Like we need someone to make us better.
I'd take Bellinger over Tucker.
I probably would
from
too.
the beginning. I would have done that. From the beginning, I would have done that. But Tucker was the biggest name on the free agent block. Doesn't mean he's a good name.
It's true.
Kyle Tucker. Unbelievable. Good for you, Kyle. Save your money. Spend it wisely.
Yeah, he's not going to spend it.
What? Anyway, 26 minutes. Holy smokes. Didn't even have a show to do. Anything else over there?
No.
Okay. Hope you cheer up a bit.
I'm good.
I guess the Tucker Bichette news kind of soured you. The other thing I'll say is the Blue Jays today are worse than they were last year.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on how good that third baseman is.
Well,
we don't know.
The pitching's better.
If he's as good as we are told he might be, they could be in good shape.
The pitching's better.
Pitching is potentially better. We still have a problem with a closer.
We do.
And we'll see. If Santander can come back to any kind of form from a couple of years ago,
maybe we could be good.
We'd be a pretty good team, but a lot has to fall our way.
Yeah. Thank you for listening and watching this episode of 10 Minutes with Andrew. Find us on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment. We'll be back next week with the next episode.
All right, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on notifications to be notified when we upload new content. You can also connect with us at andrewchansey.com.